Thanks, John.
Julian?
Well, diplomacy appears to have come to a standstill in the Mideast. Iran is continuing to wield power in the Strait of Hormuz, keeping the pressure on oil markets. Let's bring in Brent Sadler, retired Navy captain, former Pentagon official. Brent, thanks so much for being here. Good to see you. Yeah. This also now complicating matters, potentially. Stars and Stripes military paper reports this morning. The USS Abraham Lincoln families of the Navy sailors aboard, are pressing leaders now about sailors' mental health aboard the ship. I understand they've been deployed since November, which is 9 months? 9 months?
Yep. So, yes, I'm very familiar with Stars and Stripes, familiar with the story, and definitely have lived the life as a sailor myself. And deployments have historically been held to a norm of about 6 months. We've been breaking that at a max. Yeah. Now, the Chief of Naval Operations in the past would have to intervene, still has to. So, and that's the senior uniformed officer in the Navy. Now, it's become too often the norm that these carrier strike groups, and they're not the only ones, but they're the most visible, that have deployments that go way beyond that 6 months. Yeah. Now, that does wear on the ship. It also wears on the sailors. But it's unsustainable with the fleet that we have today. So the only way you fix this is getting more ships. That's the simple solution.
Getting more ships built and in rotation.
And the sailors on those ships. Yeah. So you can turn over. Because the world's a very dangerous place. You can't not have the U.S. Navy in the Arabian Sea.
Well, the Iwo Jima was out for 10 months. They just came back to Norfolk after doing the whole Maduro operation, then got extended in the Caribbean. I want to talk to you about the Strait of Hormuz, because this is really at the center of everything. Chris Wright, the energy secretary, says, what's the big deal? Strait of Hormuz is enclosed. We're getting plenty of oil through it. He said, quote, thanks to the coordinated efforts of the U.S. military and our Gulf allies, the 7-day average for oil leaving the Strait of Hormuz is currently up to almost 9 million barrels a day. When combined with the additional 5 to 7 million barrels per day leaving the region via newly upgraded pipelines and export facility, total oil flows are currently averaging approximately 15 million barrels a day. On Sunday alone, over 20 million barrels left the Arabian Gulf region, which is above the pre-conflict average. But Kepler reports that ship traffic through the Strait of Hormuz is at a 3-month low. The average day, 5-day average was 13 ships, 90% lower than the 130 ships a day before the war. So,
well, it's episodic.
Is Chris Wright correct?
He's correct on the flow of crude oil. So before the conflict, it was about 15, 16 million barrels per day. And the pipelines, there's only 2 that basically get around the Straits of Hormuz. One goes through the UAE to Fujairah, it's on the Arabian seaside, and then also the East-West pipeline, much larger, that goes from the Persian Gulf side of Saudi Arabia to the Red Sea. Still a little uncomfortably close to the Houthis. But the one that's missing from that is LNG. There is no pipeline. You have to move that on a ship. And Qatar is perhaps one of the leaders of the exporting of LNG, which our allies in Northeast Asia have a pretty high reliance on. So the market for petroleum is interconnected. It's one of the reasons why, even though we have a surplus of production in the United States, the price of the pump still goes up. And it's because crude is about 50% of the impact or driving the cost at the pump. And if you've got a demand, say, in China or demand in Europe for crude oil, the U.S. is going to supply that at whoever's the highest bidder.
It seems like, based on what you just laid out and everything we're seeing this week, the U.S. is firmly in this sort of economic warfare portion of this engagement with Iran. I mean, how long do you see this playing out for? How long do you think it can sustain itself?
Well, the time length of this is anyone's guess. And I don't even think the Iranians, who have a controlling part of this in Tehran, really know either, because for them, it's when it starts to break their ability to control the populace in Iran. And I think that's what President
Political pressure.
Economic more than anything else at this stage. But for Iran, it's control of the people. For the United States, it's control of the Straits of Hormuz. More importantly, the energy markets associated with that. And, of course, making sure they don't have any nuclear weapons in Iran.
Yeah, the economic pressure creates political pressure, potential uprising, as we saw back in January. Although the chances of that seem very slim at this point. Brent, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Brand new Fox News polls are out for the Senate race in Maine, and they might surprise you. We will run the numbers with Byron York just ahead.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.